From the South Point studio. The perfect blend of sports.
But I think the Niners are going to wear them down. Detroit Pistons lost their 36 games.
Comedy.
See over-under on that relationship lasting. I'm going to put mayo in the coffee.
Yeah. I am beautiful.
And a whole lot of Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Join Ryan McCormick.
That's at least 2 picks outside of our own in the first round next year. Oreo.
And host Frank Nicotero.
When I look at the clock, I go, ah! Ah!
Oh! Watch Punchlines live at noon every weekday.
Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. Bingo! And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books, 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day.
I'm former Major League pitcher Andy Pettit. I teamed up with Tunnel to Towers after seeing their life-changing work with military and first responder families. Now we're expanding our mission to help veterans struggling with homelessness. We want to help them rebuild their lives not only by giving them a home, but by providing the services they need. Please join me in donating at t2t.org.
My name is Wally Joyner. I was a first baseman for the Angels, Padres, Royals, and Braves. I give the Tunnel to Towers because of what they provide for the veterans, the military, the first responders, the police, the firemen who go out and put their lives in danger for our freedoms. I think it's an incredible charity, an incredible foundation. Their goals of helping the families that protect us. I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. The foundation is committed to delivering mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responder families with young children. Never forget.
Night racing's best bets are at Los Alamitos Racecourse. The Los Alamitos early and late pick fours with outstanding pools and big payouts. Here are some of our recent pools. The pool is over $214,000 on June 23rd and over $240,000 on May 26th. And the late pick four often has pools of over $150,000. And remember, our $10,000 pick six promo on Sundays. Night racing's best bets are at Los Alamitos, Saturday and Sunday nights.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Saturday, a beautiful Saturday morning in many parts of the country, and certainly in Southern California, and right here in Las Vegas, where right now outside is 88 degrees. We welcome you to the show. We come to you live and direct from this gaming capital, and of course here at the South Point Studios and the South Point Studios streaming network at YouTube. Just go to YouTube, hit South Point Studios for the search bar, and you'll get us. And you'll start seeing and hear us on the Race Day Show, streaming at the South Point Network on YouTube. We welcome you, and we come to you live and direct from these studios here at the South Point Hotel Casino. Of course, this complex on Las Vegas Boulevard here in Las Vegas. And, of course, covering the radio scene here in Las Vegas with our anchor radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. Of course, on the internet at racedaylasvegas.com.vegas.world.global, iPhone, Android, got that covered with the phone apps. KSHP phone app for listening to us, YouTube phone app to see and hear us, and of course, anywhere you get your podcasting, we're there as well. So we welcome you to the show. I'm getting all choked up about that. How about that? Anyhow, welcome to the show for this Saturday morning. Here in Las Vegas, as I say, it's 88 right now. We're going to get up to 109. We won't get into an excessive heat warning until tomorrow sometime. We'll go through the midweek next week here in Las Vegas. And, of course, we're always, at this time of the year, we're always in the conditions of having some monsoon action in the afternoons. But right now, it is beautiful outside here. But it's not here that we're worried about because it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the race books here in Las Vegas. What we're concerned about is the racing conditions at the big racetracks with the big stakes today. And, of course, the ones front and center is Saratoga. Saratoga has great stakes races today. They have 13 races overall, 5 stakes races, 4 very important stakes races. But Jonathan Hardoon tells us that has been raining all throughout the night. Is now, this morning it's drizzling. Okay, it's drizzling this morning, but it's starting to clear up a bit at Saratoga. But the damage has already been done because the racetrack is labeled sloppy. The turf course is labeled good. Excuse me. The turf course is labeled good, and the stakes races will stay on the turf course right now. Here's the deal. The first race and the fourth race were scheduled for the turf. They come off the turf. They're rescheduled at the main track at 1 mile. The first race and the fourth race will be a mile on the main track. And the only other race that has been taken off the turf to this time is the 13th and 13th race, the final race of the card, which was scheduled at 1 1/8 on the Mellon turf course. It is now transferred to the main track, same distance, 1 1/8 to the main track. So the 1st, 4th, and 13th have been switched already to the main track that starts out in sloppy conditions. As far as the stakes races are concerned, you have the Saratoga Derby, the 7th race, still on the Mellon turf course. You have the Lure Stakes at 1 16th, still on the inner turf course. You have the Troy at 5.5 furlongs, still on the Mellon turf course. And those 3 stakes races of the 5 stakes races today that were scheduled for the turf are still on the turf. Now, the turf courses they have labeled right now as good, and the main track is labeled sloppy. The rain overnight was quite heavy, but it is now easing up there at Saratoga. As far as Del Mar, it's going to be nice. They'll get the marine layer burned out by the time the races start there. In Southern California, not a problem for the big day of racing there with the Clement L. Hirsch as the big feature race at Saratoga. The other news for as far as horse racing concerns Florida and the Southeast. Now, there is a hurricane that's making its way, and it's going to go under the very tip of Florida, make its way up the western shores of Florida. It's going to go up the west side of Florida. Then it's going to carom over the state of Florida and then go to the east coast, up the east coast to the mid-eastern coast. And that is scheduled to be hitting Florida later on today and into tomorrow. But we'll wait and see how the conditions are at Gulfstream Park today. But that's the latest on the weather there. The weather here is fine, but like I said, always fast, firm, and perfect in the race books here. All right, before we take a look at what happened yesterday, I want to remind everybody of a couple of things. Monmouth Park was canceled yesterday, not because of any weather rain conditions, but it was canceled because of the excessive heat they had there. So Monmouth Park was canceled yesterday because of the heat, but they are scheduled to go today. And for those of you who have your phone apps and were betting through the New York Bets and Twin Spires, well, they finally came to an agreement. Finally, it happened. So now you can bet the New York races on Twin Spires again. That came back on yesterday. And so you can bet now the races at Saratoga through your Twin Spires account there. And we want to congratulate the inductees, the new inductees into the Hall of Fame, the National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame. The induction ceremony, of course, was yesterday. The 2018 Triple Crown winner, Justify, inducted. And the 2017 Horse of the Year, Gun Runner, was inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. This was, of course, the Hall of Fame horses there. And so that's the case there. And as far as people are concerned, Abe Hawkins. This is a gentleman who was honored more than 150 years after he passed away. He passed away in 1867, but he was born enslaved most of his life. Hawkins was a preeminent jockey in the 19th century, and he was characterized by historians as nothing less than a national figure. This guy won the Jersey Derby. He won the Travers Stakes. He won the Jerome, all in 1866. He has finally entered into the Hall of Fame there at Saratoga. Congratulations to him. And as far as a contemporary jockey is concerned, congratulations to Joel Rosario. He made it into the Hall of Fame as well. Joel Rosario into the Hall of Fame there as well. One more, Clement L. Hirsch, an owner and a breeder in Southern California for years, and the man who created the Oak Tree Racing Association, is also honored and has been inducted into the Hall of Fame there at Saratoga. Ironically, the race named after him, the Clement L. Hirsch, will be run today at Del Mar. So congratulations to them all, that's for sure. All right, taking a look at some of the racing action from yesterday. We'll start out with Saratoga. Saratoga yesterday, well, Lindo Rice and Jose Lezcano teamed up again, got a third race winner at 960. And then in the sixth race, the handicapping star of the day on this show was Jerry Jackowitz. Jerry Jackowitz, in his Saratoga pick with the reverse, not only hit the reverse play exacta, but he hit the reverse play trifecta and the superfecta if you took his link-up horses and reversed them in first to his key horse in second, like we all often tell you to do. Then you swept the card there with the payoffs. His key horse ran second at 7-1. He got beat by the favorite, the 7-5 favorite there, Unleashed the Power, with Hall of Famer Joel Rosario for Al Stahl Jr. That horse won, but it was one of the link-ups. So the reverse exacta for $1 paid $11.80. The reverse 50-cent trifecta paid $43.12. And the reverse dollar superfecta paid $290.50 for that score in the sixth with the reverse play, Jerry J's play at Saratoga. And then, of course, the Saratoga Oaks. Yesterday, the Saratoga Oaks Invitational for the 3-year-old fillies on the turf course was won by Cinderella's Dream. She just totally outclassed the field, won easily under William Buick for trainer Charlie Appleby and the Godolphin Stable. Paid $2.60, looked like money on the bank, and cattle on the ranch, that's for sure. Cinderella's Dream performs as expected and wins the Saratoga Oaks Invitational. Kathy and Marisa was second, and Dancing in Dixie was third in that one. The other stakes race of the day was the National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame Stakes at a mile on the inner turf for 3-year-olds. The winner there was Neat. Neat got up in the final jumps with a tremendous closing charge to win under Junior Alvarado for trainer Rob Atras and paid $9 even. He nailed Laganos, a big long shot. Laganos finished second, and Buttercream Babe was third. I should say Buttercream Babe was the long shot. Laganos also finished second there, and again, Buttercream Babe third. Irad Ortiz was the riding star of the day. He won 3 races. He won the final race with evaluation. Pick 6 there at Saratoga paid $2,837.50. Down at good old Del Mar with a 4 o'clock post time yesterday, first race winner Sassy Nature for Luis Mendez and Antonio Fresu. Longest shot on the board, won and paid $38.80. This horse was a top-rated horse and a V horse on Jerry J's power page. Winner of the first race, $38.80. Rich Eng's horse ran second in the second race, and Jeff Mullins had a pair of winners yesterday, a pair of first-time starter winners. He won the third race with a 2-year-old Artislas won with Relu Gutierrez aboard, paying $29.20. Then Jeff Mullins came back in the 8th and final race with the maiden claimer winner. That was A Toast to Lanny with Ricardo Gonzalez aboard, paying $23.80. First-time starters both for trainer Jeff Mullins to get 2 wins on the day yesterday at Del Mar. Mark Glatt checked in with a win in the fourth race. Ron Ellis and his son-in-law, Joe Talamo, got together to win the fifth race with Catonia, paying $29 even. The early pick 5 at Del Mar, $38.80, $14.80, $29.20, $5.40, and $29 even. You connect those dots, the payoff for 50 cents, $39,828.10 yesterday at Del Mar. And the winner of the Real Good Deal Stakes was Curlin's Chaos, which went gate to wire. Nobody could catch this one. Curlin's Chaos with Diego Herrera aboard for trainer Antonio Garcia, who was winning his first stakes race, this young trainer. That horse paid $14.80 win, outrunning Pure Madness and the big prohibitive odds-on favorite, Shady Tiger, who really never looked like he was going to win that race yesterday in the Real Good Deal. The Jerry J came with the winner of the seventh race, his pick, Hannah Buckle, with Mr. Asuyo, won and paid $13.80. So Jerry J came with 2 winners yesterday for us. And as we said, Jeff Mullins won the last race with a $23.80 winner. Pick 6 yesterday, ooh, man, the payoff, $106,741.10 to maybe 1 or 2 lucky ticket holders in the pick 6 yesterday. How about that late pick 5 at Del Mar? Now, you know that the pick 5 at Saratoga yesterday paid a whopping price. The early pick 5 at Del Mar paid $39,000. But the final pick 5 at Del Mar paid more than that. The final pick 5 at Del Mar paid $47,337.45. 2 huge payoffs in the early and late pick 5. Huge payoff in the pick 6. And out of the entire day yesterday at Del Mar, out of the 8 races, only 1 winning favorite, and that was in the 4th race with Normandy Queen paying $5.40. So it finally started to even out at Del Mar. All right. That's the latest from yesterday, but we got a lot to cover today, so we're going to start by giving you our first break, and when we come back, Racing Menu, Jonathan Ardoon, and John Lindo, Rich Eng, and Jerry Jackowitz yet to go, so don't go away. We're just getting started on our Saturday Race Day show. We'll be right back.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas, and don't forget, by joining us on the chat here on the YouTube streaming network, if you go to YouTube and watch us and on the streaming there, and you subscribe, and subscription is free. You just hit subscribe. You can join us on the chat. A lot of people are talking about the chat and things like Jerry J's reverse plays. I know that when you play a reverse play, and you're going to go deep enough to hit the tries and the superfectas, a lot of times you'll be losing money, and sometimes you won't. But his reverse plays really concentrate on the exactas. He has a win play, and then he asks you to reverse for the exactas there. Just noting the fact that the reverse plays did come in the try and the superfecta as well. All right, looking at the weather across the country, Miami's 86, but they're bracing for a lot of bad weather down there down there in Tampa is 90, but that's going to change real quick. Right now, they're under a heat, the heat warning, and it's going to get into the warning for the hurricane down there. It's just good news is not good down there as far as the weather is concerned. New York is 92. You got Chicago at 88. Phoenix, Arizona is going to get up to 115 today. That's the hottest spot in the country right now, 115 in Phoenix, Arizona. LA is at 92, so it's a little bit hot down there in Los Angeles as well. And so we will start with your racing menu today, a big racing menu on this Saturday, reminding you the first post times we broadcast on this racing menu each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone. You know why, because we're in the Pacific time zone here in Las Vegas. These will be the first post times that roll out in our race books. If you're listening anywhere else on the multitude of streaming that we have out there worldwide, and you're in another time zone, adjust to the Pacific time zone so you don't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? Here's the menu for today. We begin with Saratoga. Saratoga has a big card today, 13 races. First post time is 9:05 Pacific. As we already told you, races 1, 4, and 13 are off the turf. The 2 stakes races that were scheduled for the turf are still on the turf at this time. The main track is labeled sloppy. The turf courses are labeled good. That's the way they got it set up. As far as the stakes races, they'll roll out like this. The 7th race will be the Saratoga Derby Invitational, of course, for 3-year-olds at 1 mile and 3/16 before any scratches there, and there might be a scratch or two in this race. The even money, the 2-to-1 favorite is Diego Velasquez with the Ryan Moore aboard. Then you have the 8th race, which is the test. 3-year-old fillies going 7 furlongs, 6 before scratches. 7-5 favorite there is Ways and Means with Flavian Pratt. Emery is the 5-2 second choice with Tyler Gaffleon. 9th race is the Lure Stakes at 1 mile and 16th on the inner turf for 4-year-olds and up. A field of 10, but there will be a scratch there. 10 will obviously be a scratch if it stays on the turf. That was main track only. And in the race, if it stays on the turf, 2-1 favorite there. Looks like more than looks with Irad Ortiz Jr. 10th race is the Troy, a 5.5 furlong race on the Mellon Turf course for 4-year-olds and up, a full field of 12, but there'll be some scratches there as well. There's a main track in there, the 12 is, so that probably be scratched if it, again, stays on the turf. 4-5 favorite there is Cockburn with Irad Ortiz Jr., and then the $1 million Whitney Grade 1, mile and 1/8, 4-year-olds and up, 11th race on the card. 12 are entered. We'll wait and see if there's any late scratches there. National Treasure is the 9-5 favorite in this one with Flavian Pratt aboard. It'll be a good competitive field. The Whitney today, the 11th. 13 races overall at Saratoga and a first post time of 9:05. 9:05 at Saratoga today. We move on. Laurel Park has 9 races. Their first post time at Laurel is at 9:25 at Laurel Park today. Their Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $7,524. Then we go to Delaware Park. Delaware Park is next. They have 8 races. Their first post time is 9:30. Belterra Park, 9:35 first post there for 8 races at Belterra. Belterra Park's first post time is at 9:35. Next up comes Ellis Park. Ellis Park has 10 races. Today is the Kentucky Downs Preview weekend, and 3 Kentucky Down Preview races today, more coming tomorrow. But the 3 stakes races today at Ellis Park include the Ladies Turf Preview, 5.5 furlongs on the turf for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up, and the favorite there at 6-5 is Overcharged with Corey Lannery. The 8th race will be the Nashville Derby Preview at 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf for 3-year-olds, 8 to the post before scratches. Green Light, the 2-1 favorite there. And in the Mint Million Preview, which is the 9th on the card at 1 mile on the turf for 3-year-olds and up, 9 go to the post on that one. 7-5 favorite there is Win for the Money. Win for the Money is the favorite in that one. 10 races today at Ellis Park, and a first post time at Ellis is at 9:50 at Ellis Park today. All right, we come up next to Monmouth Park, who canceled yesterday because of the heat. They're still going today. Their feature race is the Tyro. Make it the Tyro Stakes for 2-year-olds at 5 furlongs on the turf. It's the 5th race of the 10 races on the card. 7 to the post in that one. 9-5 favorite there is Governor Sam with Paco Lopez aboard. That at Monmouth Park today. Monmouth Park's first post time is set at 9:50. 9:50 at Monmouth Park today. Next comes Gulfstream Park. Now we know they're bracing for some bad weather down there. Gulfstream Park has a super high 5 carryover of $9,585, and their Rainbow Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $50,247. A couple of stakes races. The Miss Gracie will go as the 8th. The Ben's Den will go as the 11th and final. First post time at Gulfstream Park, 9:55 today. Woodbine, north of the border. Their stakes race today is the $125,000 Sweetbriar 2 Stakes. The Sweetbriar 2 is the 8th on the card, 6 furlongs on the turf for fillies and mares 4-year-olds, make it 3-year-olds and up. And in this race, 11 go to the post. Favorite at lukewarm 3-1 is Queen of the Mud. That's the 8th race. Woodbine has 10 races today, and a first post time at Woodbine at 10:05. Next, and by the way, their super high 5 jackpot carryover, $36,694 at Woodbine. Colonial Downs has 9 races, 2 stakes races. The $150,000 Keswick Stakes for 2-year-old fillies is the 5th. The $150,000 Hickory Tree Stakes for 2-year-olds at 5.5 furlongs is the 6th. 9 races overall at Colonial Downs, and just 2 races are on the turf. The rest make that 3 races. 3 races are on the main track. The rest are on the turf. That'll be 6 races on the turf. 1 stakes race. Both stakes races, of course, on the main. First post time is 10:30 at Colonial Downs. Following that is Emerald Downs from the Great Northwest, 8 races. Their feature race is the WTBOA Lassie Stakes for 2-year-old fillies. 6-5 favorite there is Precise Timing. That's the 7th on the card, 8 races at Emerald Downs. First post time there is 1:30 at Emerald Downs. Santa Rosa. The Santa Rosa Fair is underway. And remember, Santa Rosa has a turf course, which means that turf racing resumes or returns to Northern California with the Santa Rosa Fair. And there are 3 turf races today, the 3rd, 5th, and 8th races. The Luther Burbank is their feature race, also on the turf. So you got 4 turf races out of the 8 races today at Santa Rosa. And one, of course, the first race is a quarter horse race. First post time at Santa Rosa is at 1:45. 1:45 at Santa Rosa today. Pick 6 carryover, $1,363. It's a regular Pick 6 carryover. Again, Santa Rosa Fair, 1:45. Del Mar, 2 o'clock post time today after that 4 o'clock last night. 11 races today. You got 2 stakes races. The California Dreamin' will be the 9th at 1 mile and 16th on the turf for 3-year-olds and up. A field of 11 before scratches. The favorite there, lukewarm at 3-1 is Old Pal with Mike Smith. And then the $400,000 Grade 1 Clement L. Hirsch, which is a win and you're in the Breeders' Cup. At 1 mile and 16th for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up, sees a very competitive and talented field of 8 mares. The favorite there, 3-5, is Adair Manor with Juan Hernandez. Silla comes in from the East Coast. Mike Smith gets the mount there. That's the 10th and featured. First post time for the 11 races today at Del Mar is set at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock this afternoon, Del Mar. Hey, they left the Super High Five on the table yesterday at Del Mar, so the Super High Five carryover today at Del Mar, $16,839. That'll go in the first race today. Canterbury Park has 9 races. Their first post time is 3:10. Evangeline Downs has 10 races, a couple of $70,000 stakes races. The Louisiana Stallion is the 7th. The Young Futurity is the 9th. 10 races, Evangeline Down. First post time is 3:30. Charlestown has a 8-race card. Their first post time at Charlestown is at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. at Charlestown today. And we go to Prairie Meadows. Prairie Meadows is next. Prairie Meadows has 10 races, 3 quarter-horse races, one of them a stakes race, and you'll have 7 thoroughbred races today at Prairie Meadows. They got a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, $2,387. First post time is also at 4 p.m. We wrap it up with Los Alamitos in Southern California. Los Alamitos, 9 races, 2 thoroughbreds, 2 mixed breed, 5 quarter-horse races. The last race will be the quarter-horse stakes race. First post time, 7:35. Wow, that's your Saturday menu for today. Jonathan Ardoon is even tired listening to it. Jonathan, good morning.
How'd you do that nonstop, Ralph? I'm impressed.
Sometimes I choke up. Sometimes I don't get through it, but I did this morning. Okay, Saratoga, give us the latest there. Give us the latest.
Okay, it started raining about midnight, and it ended about a half hour ago. This morning was only light, but during the night it came down pretty good. So 3 races are off the grass. 1st, 4th, and 13th. The stake races remain on. They're calling the turf course good, and the track, I guess, certainly has to have moisture in it, even if they had it sealed. They're going to open it up, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any more rain. But again, it's Saratoga, so you never know.
Well, if they sealed it, they are labeling it sloppy, even if they cut it up today. That's for sure. I saw on X, which used to be Twitter, but I saw on X a video of them opening the gates on Whitney Day and all the people running in. Some of them had raincoats on, some didn't, and it looked like it was just a little drizzling going on. And that was when they opened the gates this morning at Saratoga.
You saw it right. It's like in Spain, whoever they have running for the bulls when they let the. That's what it's like when they open the gates on Travers Day and Jim Dandy Day. People want to get picnic tables, which are available first come, first serve. So they line up at about 5 in the morning, and then they open the gates, and they all make a charge for a picnic table.
Listen, a little precipitation is not going to stop horse players from playing the races when they got a good competitive card, and they got one today. I don't know about the late scratches. I know you were getting them, the early late scratches. Before the stakes races had the first and the 4th race, with now transferred to the main track with several scratches in those races, as we assume they are. But what about the stakes races? Did you get any scratches in those yet?
Well, the 7th race, I guess that's the first of the stake races. The 2 Cogino, or however you pronounce the name, is coming out. And then if you go to race number 10, the Troy, you have 3 late scratches, the 3 Dancing Buck, the 4 XY Speed, and the 10 Witty. 3, 4, and 10 are out. They're holding the MTO for some reason. In the 11th, the Whitney, take out the 6 Il Miracolo is out. Mm-hmm. And that's about it.
All right. Now, the main track only in the Troy is disarmed. And disarmed is staying in there because there's a possibility if the rain comes in, they could transfer it late to the main track. And so he's staying in only if it goes on the main track, though, right?
Right. And Film Star in the 9th race, the Fasig Tipton Lore is also staying in. Listen, they're probably going to run on the grass. And if they see the course isn't safe or something, I'm sure they'll make an adjustment. Yeah. But as of now, and they do everything to keep the stake races on the turf.
As they should. All right. Well, let's go through them real quick. The Saratoga Derby Invitational.
Well, the 2 was scratching this race. The 4 horse, Diego Velasquez, the Aidan O'Brien horse, this was a $2.9 million purchase as a baby. But here's the problem with this horse, Ralph. He ran last on July 18th on the other side of the world. That was like 2 weeks ago, and now he ships across the country. You know, he's going to be the big favorite. But I would take a little bit of a shot there with the 6 horse Carson's Run. at a big price, I think this horse has a shot of upsetting.
All right, the test for 3-year-old fillies at 7 furlongs is a goodie. Looks like it comes down to Emery and Ways and Means.
Yeah, and I like Denims and Pearls, the other Cox horse in the race. Cox has the one Emery in there, and Denim and Pearls draw a line through her last race. She ran a big figure 2 starts back, and she came back on just 2 weeks rest last time out. She reacted off of that race 2 starts back. She's been freshened up. She's trained well, and she's going to be the longest of the 3 horses that have a shot. Emery, Ways and Means. Denim and Pearls is going to be my pick because of the price.
All right. Then we go to the Lure Stakes at 1 mile and 16th on the inner turf course right now. And, of course, if it transfers to the main track, then the main track only horse, Film Star, will probably be the favorite. But as it stands right now, at 2-1 is More Than Looks.
Yeah, well, More Than Looks is fine. And this may be the best horse in the race. But this is another horse coming off of a long layoff since last year. The way that I'm going to play the race, I'm going to make a 3-horse exacta box. The 4 Irish Aces, who had all kinds of trouble last time out. The 7 Pioneering Spirit, 12-1, and the 9 More Than Looks. 4, 7, 9, main competition, in my opinion, in that race.
All right. Then we go to the 10th race, the Troy at 5.5 furlongs on the Mellon Turf course for 4-year-olds and up. Scratch numbers 3, 4, and 10. And as you said already, if disarmed, will make the field if it's transferred to the main track. But right now, it's not. 4 to 5 favorite there is Cogburn. What say you? You think he's a free bingo square?
Deservedly so, Ralph. He's, heads and shoulders above this field. I think he's just better than these. But what I would do is put some long price horses underneath the way Jerry J likes to play it. Turns a 3 to 5 into a 15-1 shot. Let's put the 6 Cogburn on top of the 2 Outlaw Kid and the 5 Mischievous Angel.
All right, so we got the 6 over the 2, 5 in the Troy, giving the 6 the nod as the favorite there. Then we get to the big race, the Whitney. Grade 1, mile and 1/8, $1 million on the line there for the purse money. Il Miracolo is scratched, leaving a field of 12. Good competitive field, I might add, too. I mean, the 9 to 5 favorite is National Treasure there with Flavien Prat, but we'll wait and see.
He could certainly win, but I like 2 horses against him. I like the 5 First Mission. Cox Barn has been very high on this horse throughout his career. It's been a little bit of a disappointment, but he's trained real well coming into the race. He's going to be somewhat of a price. And I also like the 10 horse in here, Skippy Longstockings. They were talking about scratching this horse and running him in the Charlestown $1 million race, which is coming up, but they opted to stay here, and that means something to me. So I like the 5 and 10 in that race.
Okay, in that race, then you like the 5 First Mission and the 10 Skippy Longstockings in the Whitney. All right, time to beat the favorite there, and that of course is National Treasure. Okay, let's get off the schneid here, buddy.
I was trying to sneak the pick in without you saying that, but that's fine. First of our 2 radio plays, Ralph. 12th race today at Saratoga, 7 furlongs on the main track, and I love the number 7 horse in here, St. Benedict's Prep. 4-year-old filly from the Lindo Rice Barn. Jose Lascano aboard to ride. This is an improving horse who's getting better with each start. Worked very well since her last race. Number 7, St. Benedict's Prep. 4-1 on the morning line is a single in today's 12th race out at Saratoga.
Okay, well, I'm just reflecting some of the chat that has been going on as far as that's concerned. But we'll get you on the win streak. Not a problem. 12th race, the 7 St. Benedict's Prep is going to be the winner that starts a streak here in the 12th race at Saratoga for you. What about Del Mar?
We're going to look at the 10th and featured, the Clement Hirsch, and this is a terrific betting race here. At a damn man, 3 to 5 on the morning line. I think she's vulnerable, and I really like the number 3 horse in here, Scylla. 4-year-old filly from the Bill Mott Barn. He ships in, and this horse ships all over the country and takes her track with her because she always runs well. A ridiculous 6-1 on the morning line. I think that's way too big a price. I like number 3, Scylla, or Skilla, however you want to pronounce it. Mike Smith reunites with Bill Mott. When Mike Smith rode on the East Coast many years ago, he was always Bill Mott's first go-to rider. They reunite today. You're getting 6-1 on the morning line. Number 3, Scylla. wins today's Clement L. Hirsch.
All right, you got it. The 3-horse and the Clement L. Hirsch. That's the 10th on the card at Del Mar. Don't forget, Jonathan's got full sheets for both Saratoga and Del Mar today at his website. Jonathan?
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe, be well. I know you're up against the clock. Have a great stay safe and be well.
Thank you, my man. And we're jamming along here on the Race Day Show. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going. Every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
Hello, I'm Dennis Quaid. For years, Tunnel to Towers has demonstrated a commitment to first responders and military families. They've paid off mortgages and built specially adapted smart homes. Now the foundation is expanding its mission to eradicate veteran homelessness. Please give our veterans a chance to reclaim their dignity by donating at t2t.org.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rockin' dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grandview Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grandview Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grandview Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas, rolling along now. We're going to go to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Well, I know that you have a sheet for Del Mar today. It was interesting racing, in the Twilight card yesterday, but your horse nearly got there at the finish, but finished a nice second in the early race there at Del Mar. You have a thought about the Clement Hirsch for today?
I agree with Jonathan. Silla being shipped out by Bill Mott. I mean, as you like to say, Ralph, he's not doing it to get the nice tickets in the clubhouse. He's out there because, one, I think he has a strong chance to win, and two, she also is prepping for Del Mar for the Breeders' Cup. So, a Dairy Man is going to be like 1-2. If you can get Silla at 6-1, that's worth a gamble for me, too.
Yeah, and not only that, but if Silla wins it, it's an automatic win, and you're in for the Breeders' Cup, too. All right, time to get a pick real quick.
Let's go to race number 2 at Del Mar. Race 2 is a mile, claiming 25. three angles in play. Real quick, Ralph, if you look at the rest, I like the number 2, Midnight Love. If you look at the rest of the field, they're all eligible for non-winners of 2 lifetime. This horse has 3 wins, all of them ridden by Antonio Fresu, who's back on today, 5-1, very generous. Let's go with the 2, Midnight Love, race 2.
All right, we love Midnight Love to get a win there in the second race. Easy to remember, second race number 2, Midnight Love, Rich Ang's selection for the race day listeners. His entire sheet for today at Del Mar available right now at the racedaylasvegas.com websites. Hey, thanks a lot, Rich.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
All right, we're going right now to John Lindo, standing by in Southern California. I do believe he's in the press box at Del Mar, and I do believe behind him, that window tells us there's still a marine layer there. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. Yeah, a little bit of light fog behind us now. It'll lift out, and we'll be good to go by 2 o'clock post time.
All right, John, anything happening yesterday that piqued your interest?
As far as Del Mar, I thought a little bit of strange results. Speed, Inside did pretty well, and Curlin's Chaos was pretty impressive, winning the Real Good Deal yesterday. Got a 96 buyer speed figure, running 121 and change for 7 furlongs.
You ever thought about the Whitney at Saratoga today?
Well, it could be a wet track, might be a great equalizer. I'm not sure that National Treasure, his 2 races on wet tracks were not his best, and we don't ever get to race or train on wet tracks in California anymore. So, that might open the race up a little bit, but he does look like the controlling speed. The one horse who benefits from the conditions right now is First Mission, because he'll be close to the pace, and his only race on a wet track was very good.
Well, John, I know one thing for sure. The several Friday nights that we've had at Del Mar have produced some monster prices. I mean, those 2 pick 5s and the pick 6. Do you know how many tickets hit the pick 6 yesterday?
That was a single ticket winner yesterday, Ralph. I don't know what the amount was, but it was a single ticket.
You mean the amount of the bet? The payoff was $106,741.10. So it was an all burger for that one, that's for sure. And that's a happy individual today. I know that.
Yes, somebody's celebrating, but we're at work, so it wasn't us.
Yeah, okay. Looking at Del Mar today, the Clement L. Hirsch is going to be a real goodie. That's no doubt about it. Now, of course, Rich Ang and Jonathan Hardoon believe that Bill Mott is coming out not to get a nice suntan or a box seat at Del Mar, but to try to win this thing. But Adair Manor is going to be an awful elusive target.
Well, she's the defending champ. She likes this racetrack. And the thing about the race, Ralph, no matter what, who's going to run with her early? Unless number 1 Flying Continental goes, or Scylla, or somebody makes Adair Manor go. If she's in front, she's just a big, long striding thing. She's going to be awful tough to catch again. And the way this track has played so far at the meet, that's a good place to be. So, she's 3 to 5 on the program. It is a tougher field than she's been facing. But I think conditions, the way the race comes up, it's good for her.
Have you noticed any different biases from the afternoon races with the a couple of the nighttime 4 o'clock post times that we had so far at Del Mar?
No, I thought Inside Speed was pretty good yesterday. Again, it looked like getting hung wide was just no good in this main track, and I keep waiting for it to change, but it hasn't changed yet.
Well, in view of that, we'll keep that as a handicapping tool for today. Of course, it could change at any time. We'll wait and see as the races, be conducted today. That's the 11 race card at Del Mar. First post time is 2 o'clock. Remember, John Lindo's Lindo Report is available right now in only one place here in Las Vegas, and that is the South Point Racebook. It is free of charge, exclusively here, complimentary to the horse players because they love horse players here at the South Point, no doubt about that. And John Lindo's report is here, giving you picks for every race, as suggested, late pick 4 that he hit just a couple of days ago. And, of course, all of the goodie information at the bottom that includes the ship and win horses as well, to take a second look at those horses, too. All right, John, where are we going with the pick today at Del Mar?
I've got one for you at Saratoga first.
Well, let's do it, man.
Report. Yeah, I'm going to go to the same race as John, the 12th race. Looking last night, we didn't know what the weather was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I like number 5, Audacious, in here. It wasn't asked for the best late, only won by about 3/4 of a length, but it was a very measured win. There's more in the tank here, good tactical speed. If you get the 5-1 on the morning line, that's value. So number 5, Audacious, race 12 at Saratoga.
All right, the John and Jonathan gave us a Siraco play here in the 12th race. John Lindo likes the 5. Jonathan Hardoon comes with the 7, so we'll do a 5-7-7-5 exacta box. But John Lindo's pick is the 5 and the 12th. Want to remind everybody he has a full sheet for Saratoga as well as Del Mar. So there's 2 full sheets today here of the Lindo Report, only here at the South Point. Now we'll get to Del Mar.
Del Mar, race number 5, number 3, Harry's on the Fly, came from Florida last year, won on this 5-furlong grass course, comes off a good prep race down at Gulfstream again, comes out from an inside post, good tactical speed, 12-1 on the morning lines, a lot of value. So number 3, Harry's on the Fly, race number 5, Del Mar.
All right, you got it, John. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the races today. Burn off that light smog, fog, and marine layer, whatever you got there, and let's get clear racing conditions today at Del Mar. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Ralph. Good luck today.
All right, you got it, my man. Now we're going to go to Jerry Jackowitz, who was the handicapping star on the race day show yesterday. Gave us the reverse play at Saratoga and a winner at Del Mar. So good morning and congratulations, Jerry.
Yeah, thanks, Ralph. Yeah, it went pretty well. I have to say, the horse at Saratoga, who had the lead with Luis Saez, really tried hard through the last part of the race. He didn't give up and get beat by quitting. He really accelerated when the other horse came to him. The other horse just came so fast. I mean, finished in 10 and a piece, which you don't see very often, particularly for that class of horse.
Yeah, I agree. I think Luis Saez did a great job of rationing the speed on this horse, and when that closer came to him, he couldn't hold him off, but boy, he just went with him for a while.
But he did try.
He really did. And by the way, I want to remind everybody that you got to get Jerry J's Power Pages, not only for his selections here, but his star horses and his pop-out keys, feature plays, and the V horses are ones you got to watch because his top selection and V play yesterday in the first race won at Del Mar and paid $38.80. All right, time to get started, Jerry.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jerry.
Let's go. All right, so we're going to go to Saratoga for our first race, our first fight. Number 9, Agency.
What race?
In the 7th race, I got the wrong one up here. We're going to go to Cugino.
Cugino scratched. Cugino scratched.
Oh, well, we're not going to use him. Let's put in.
Yeah, just put a little line through there.
Yeah,
next.
Okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, then let's go to the 8th race.
All right, we'll go to the 8th race.
Let me click over here real quickly. Just at a price, I think that Bright Work is the right horse to try at 6-1 for John Ortiz and John Velasquez. I can't give you the play, but it's more than that. But let's make a win place bet on number 6, Bright Work.
All right, that's the test stakes. 8th race on the card. You like the 6 Bright Work as a win bet only, and number 6 Bright Work in the 8th. A real quick thought about the Whitney, and then we'll get your Del Mar pick.
Well, you know, the right horse would be National Treasure, but Warriors Johnny actually starting to get as fast as him, and I think he has like a puncher's chance. But National Treasure is really consistent, hard-hitting, loves Saratoga, so he's a hard horse to beat. But, you know, at a big price, you could do something with Warrior Johnny.
Yeah, I think that Warrior Johnny at 20-1 on the morning line, if you like him to be a part of this mix, certainly you can put him with the favorite and any other horse you like in the race. But it's a nice shot at a long shot to make the exotics happen. The 4 Warrior Johnny and the Whitney. All right, Del Mar.
Okay, Del Mar, we're going to go to the 5th race. Seems like it attracts attention. I love the 9 horse Agency for Mark Glatt. I mean, this colt's just getting a little bit better and lightly raced and should be really tough second time out this year. I kind of like the 9. I play the 9 over the 2, 5, 6, and 8. Do reverses. I guess I'm going to throw John's 3 horse in as well. So
okay, so you got the 9 over 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8. The 9 is the key. And, of course, reverse, at least with the exactas anyhow. In the 5th race, the 9 is your key. And, again, I got a second Siraco play today with John liking the 3, you liking the 9. I got a 3-9-9-3 exacta box there for the Siraco play as well. Well, we got a lot of interesting races across the board, and hopefully some better conditions down at Saratoga than starting out the track at Sloppy, but we'll wait and see about that. Del Mar and Saratoga is going to be a fine racing card today, and come on out and enjoy the races with us here at the South Point. And don't forget Jerry J's Power Pages for all of Del Mar, Saratoga, jerryjspowerpage.com. One more thing to say, and you know who's going to say it.
Have a great race day, everybody.